What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga Career Mode. This is episode number 67 and we're starting today's episode off with a draw for the Champions League last 16. Where we have got AC Milan away from, look at the blockbuster ties as well, so many massive ties in the last 16. I've got to be honest man, that is a fantastic draw, that one. Major blockbuster ties in the last 16, and we have got AC Milan with the first leg away in Italy at the San Siro. We topped our group, that is who we'll be taking on. One of my former career mode teams this year. Cannot wait. No Roberto Gutierrez in the save, thankfully. But yeah, AC Milan away. First leg of the San Siro. I'm buzzing, man. I absolutely cannot wait for that one. Bring them on, baby. I think it's going to be a really even tie, that one. Very, very equal. We were big underdogs against Man City last year. But due to the progression we've made, I talked about in the last episode, I think we're the best team in Germany right now. No doubt about it in my book. And we have a chance to really prove that as well. Because the first game of today's episode here, on the back of our win over Freiburg. Here we go. Match day 16. Schuko Arena. Snowy Schuko Arena. 8-point gap on second placed Bayern Munich. Their dominance in Germany ended by us last season, and heading in to this year. Well, with the big gap we've got, win this game, we'll go 11 points clear with one game to go before the halfway point. I've called us the best team in Germany, and this was the game we could prove it. We've not beaten Bayern since the series began. You best believe, with an 11-game winning run in all competition, this was surely the game where the stars would align. And right from the first whistle, I was in attack mode. I really wanted to win this game. We don't need to win this game. A draw would be totally fine. Keeping the gap at 8 points with a game to go before the halfway point, we'd still be firm favourites to retain our title. But I wanted to prove to everyone, it's Bielefeld's Bundesliga now, not Bayern. So starting from the very first whistle in attack mode in this game, never beaten Bayern since the series began. All the chances falling to Arminia Bielefeld, and 31 minutes in, we had the deserved breakthrough. Theodor Hubner, slow start this season just like last year, but his third of the campaign gives us the opener, and we led at the snowy Schuko Arena. 3rd in 14, just like last season. Really slow start to the campaign despite his evident quality, but biggest goal of the season so far. We had the lead on Bayern, but it is worth pointing out we led her on 2 separate occasions last season at the Schuko and threw away the lead in both of the occasions and drew the game 2-2. We haven't beaten Bayern Munich since the series began. So despite the fact we could go 11 points clear with a game to go for the halfway point, as soon as I got the goal, it was like I poked the bear. I unleashed the beast, and Bayern came straight back at us, and as Jude Bellingham rolled it through to his man, Bayern found their leveller. The former Dortmund midfielder with a brilliant swivel, turn and offload as Joshua Kimmich fires in the equaliser, and Bayern are back on level terms. Poking the bear, never a good idea. You know, there was me like taunting Bayern on the sidelines, and there was my punishment. 1-1, Bayern find a leveller, and 11 minutes after the restart, still tied at 1-1 again. We didn't need to win this game. A draw would have been just fine, but Lord knows I wanted the psychological boost of finally beating Bayern for the first time in this series. So at half time, I was like, right, I've got to go out there and win this game, man. I've been the better team. I've looked the stronger team. We've got a chance to go 11 points clear. Don't sit on this point. Don't just take the draw. No, go for the win. And right after the restart, we had the lead restored. Jamie Llewellyn with yet another goal as he aims to retain his golden boot. We're in front once again, and then 69 minutes in, a chance to make it free. Florian Neuhaus gets the ball out of his feet and bends it just wide of the post. Still leading by a goal, 20 minutes on the clock. The question is, could we hold on? Bayern were pushing in the late stages, looking for that late leveler to battle back from 2 goals down on 2 separate occasions. Sorry, from a goal down on 2 separate occasions. But as I tried to conserve my energy a little bit, not force the ball long, quickly, and play with as much pace, try and kill the game off with the clock, burning the clock a little bit in the later stage, and look for a good late chance. Suat Serdar finds Konstantin Schäfer, and it's safe to say I got a massive bit of luck for our 3rd goal to get the 2-goal cushion, but I'm gonna take it. Konstantin Schäfer with the dagger out of the academy, wraps it up, and it is good night Bayern, game over. The future is now, old man. I love that Malcolm in the middle meme. Yep, Konstantin Schäfer, the new Philipp Lahm, bangs in his first of the season, and it's the dagger against Bayern. It's a really lucky goal, though. The first shot deflected, came straight back to him with the goalkeeper on the floor. He fires it into the unguarded net and makes it 3-1. Yeah, very, very lucky goal, and I'm the first to admit it, but hey, we will take it. I think after all the years where we've been struggling against Bayern, we deserve a little bit of luck. We got it there, and in stoppage time, well, it's safe to say at this point I was just rubbing salt into the wounds. Konstantin Schäfer rolls through Theo, bags his brace and goes 3 and 4 for the season in this game. And that would do it. What a way to get your first win against Bayern in the series. It's taken 5 seasons to finally beat these guys. But what a way to do it, and it was well worth the wait, no doubt about it. Patience is a virtue, and there you go, a dominant display against the former biggest team in German football. The future is indeed now Arminia Bielefeld 4, Bayern Munich 1, and this was the game where I realised, you know what, recently I've been talking about how we're the best team in Germany now, we're becoming one of the best teams in Europe. And sometimes I can feel a little bit cocky, a little bit arrogant when I say that, do you know what I mean? But this was the game where I was like, do you know what? No, justifiable. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, cockiness, arrogance, like that. Those sort of things can come out to bite you in the backside at times. And, it can be a case of complacency when you take on weaker teams where you expect to win comfortably. But sometimes it's okay to feel that way, especially when it's justified. And right now, it definitely is. Top of the table in the Bundesliga, going 11 points clear of Bayern Munich. We won the title last season for the first time ever. They finished mid-table. As far as I'm concerned, I don't feel that's a rash statement to make. We're not a one-season wonder because we're top of the table again by multiple points. We are, as far as I'm concerned, the best team in Germany. And so with the final game of today's second and final one, match day 17 in the Bundesliga, this game after this one will be the halfway point in the season in the league. So win this game and we'll be well clear at the top of the table with half the season left to go. And also, haven't mentioned this yet, but win this game, it'll be 13 wins in a row in all competitions. But in the Bundesliga, we would be halfway to setting a new points record. Yup, that is right. Bayern, unsurprisingly, hold the points record with 91. Said it several years ago. We would have 46 if we were to win this game with 15 wins, 1 draw and 1 defeat. So you do the math, even I can do this one. We would finish up with 92 points. Please tell me that's right and I haven't got that horrendously wrong. And we would set a new points record if we had the same record in the second half of the season as the first. So heading to the game, this is a big game for me, man. Final game for the winter break. You don't want to lose. You don't want to draw in the final game for the winter break. You want to go away feeling confident. So heading into the game against Hertha Berlin at the Olympiastadion, one of my former career mode teams. I love playing here. It's such an awesome ground. It's one of my favourite grounds in the game. It's so iconic. We were still tied at 0-0 heading into the break. We've been a far better team in the first half, though. Just couldn't take the chance to take the lead until we did. On the stroke of the half-time mark, Jamie Llewellyn rolled forward, gets yet another goal in his quest to retain the golden boot with a glorious chip. 15 goals in 17 games. Yep, he's several goals clear of his closest competitor for the golden boot, who is funnily enough a teammate in Robin Hack. We have the lead. It's Llewellyn with the goal, and really, whilst it took a while to get the breakthrough and break the deadlock, we were the only team really causing problems in this game. With 2 minutes to go, Theo almost got his third goal into. Great save the near post, kept it at 1-0, but I was never in any danger of dropping these points. Final score, 1-0. Another win, 13 in a row in all competitions. Best run of form for Bielefeld since the series began. We're absolutely dominating right now. You're not just seeing it in the wins, but the stats as well. 1-0 the final score. 46 points, 17 games in, and yup, confirmed as you'll see the league table. If we have the same record in the second half of the season as the first one, we will set a new points record. But I'm not thinking about that too much right now because we're 11 points clear of Leipzig and we're 13 clear of Bayern Munich. We got a double-digit lead on the chasing pack. It's quite congested between second and second, but there's a massive gap between us and the teams directly below us right now. We've scored, I think it's 50 goals now in the Bundesliga as well, and have, well, strangely enough, one of the best defensive records in the division as well, which I never thought I'd be able to do. Llewellyn and Hack, the top two in the race for the Golden Boot right now, as Jamie aims to retain the Golden Boot. He's also leading the way in the race for the assist title as well, so what a season Llewellyn is having this year. And for clean sheets, Zach Steffen is leading the way. He's got the same amount as Luis Maximiano, who's played a game more, so I don't really know how he's top right now, but even so, Zach Steffen could win the Golden Boot, and I never win the Golden Boot in this year's FIFA. I tell you, man, like, I want to do that as much as I want to set a new points record. Obviously, win the title in the process as well, but like, I can't defend in this year's FIFA. I'd love it if in our 5th season, now we've become the best team in Germany. Let's be honest, let's call us what we are. 11 points clear of Leipzig. If I can win the Golden Glove, I'd love it, because I just can't defend in this year's FIFA. It would feel great after 5 seasons to know I've finally started to defend better. 7 clean sheets in 17 for Zach. Pretty impressive season for our American shot stopper. And as we enter January, 3 million in the budget. There'll definitely be bids for our players and our squad players. I'd imagine bids will come in for Wimmer, Okugawa, Kruger, Henriks, Torunariga, so on and so forth. But as a 5-star team, developing, getting better all the time, I've got no plans to do anything in this window. This should fly by pretty quickly. I trust this Bielefeld team. We're the best team in Germany. We're into the last 16 in the Champions League. I believe in this Arminia Bielefeld side to deliver multiple honours for the first time in this series this season. But that will end today's episode of the Bundesliga Career Mode, guys. Big fan of watching. I enjoyed it. If you haven't, please drop a like. Most of you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next episode of the Bundesliga Career Mode very soon.